Coach, it is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open, and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. 54, right, 54. Let's go one more. Hey, easy. Banjo. You're good, you're good. I forward, ready. Yes. Here we go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
They complete it to Hill. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today. Under. Check 3. Check 3. Over. Check.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Hill looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Rick Lance.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Ready to go.
Ryan. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play try. We'll see if the defense defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Saints.
Check. Lucky. You're good.
Now Leonard Fournette. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. 5-9. Check. Watch 54. Hey, easy. Tonight.
Play action. Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They find some open field here. Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On second down now, it's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first. Back some confidence.
See what happens.
21.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ryan. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, hey, Zoo.
To throw is Breeze. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
0-2. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. Hey, exit. 54, right there. 54.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And some room to roam now. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 47 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Breeze now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
28, Saints 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. 20! Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Breeze going to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Falcons 35, Saints 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
No. 21.
They run. Devontae Freeman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for who? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Say it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check three. Check under. Check.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Ready. 5-8. 45. Hey, tight. 5-9. 45. Mike, 45. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike, 45.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's got daylight. 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second and a yard, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Ready? You ready? Line 54. Line 54. Here it comes. Over. Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch twins. Twins. Twins.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down and 4, Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
42, Saints 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your...
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Von Bell.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
36.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Right there.
Breeze again here on second and 10. They complete it to Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
42, Saints 35.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime?
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check 31. Check 31. Showing up. Showing up. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check. Watch it. Watch it. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill. Kill.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a play fake. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
And how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just like you're good. I4, ready. Keep coming, double up. Good dash.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Lutz is good. And this game is tied. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on second down, Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Push him back.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
So we got man.
51, down.
47.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
54, down.
47's the mic, boy. 47.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
59, ready.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. That's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80.
I'm on. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. from the gun. Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. On play action, now Brees. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check Nick 22.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check, 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 check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Begin.
Fournette running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Yellow lady. Man, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, easy. Go. You kill. Mike's 54.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain of 13, it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, 82 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Breeze going to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to air one out, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, Orbit. 54. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Over. 11. Check. Walk 54. Hey,
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Breeze again. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Breeze going to go on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, Team 6. Walk 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
21. Watch that. Check, Mike, 54.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He's going to air this thing out. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Keep it up. Mike 54. Mike 50.
Again, it's Breeze. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
11. Right there, 54, right there, 54. Move! Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to throw, Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Pull it together. Mike's 59.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Man, I got you. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get this.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Now a desperation throw. It got his man complete. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 41 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Quit talking about it and wait it. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 13. 54.
Breeze to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Squeeze, double. Shit. SOS. Easy, opposite. Kill.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Ryan on the keeper.